It is day 0 post-op because today was my 3rd surgery since February 26th. And right now, it's the end of the day. I feel pretty good. I feel wonderful in ways. And I'm very glad and happy that this happened and that I let myself do it, because I was a little bit unsure if it was the reason the doctors thought it was. And it was that reason, but it was also something else. So on February 26th, I had 2 surgeries at once, total hysterectomy and a sacral colpopexy. That's to pick up your bladder and all your prolapsed organs with a sling, attach them to your sacrum, and these were ports put in with tubes, cutting up my organs and taking them out through taking them out. Crazy. My uterus, cervix, fallopian tubes, ovaries, gone. They put 2 slings, a sling to hold the back bladder and to keep the rectum in its place, and a sling to hold my urethra up. And that was the issue. From February 26th, every day until today, I had delayed urination, painful urination, spasming, convulsions, and I was retaining urine. We're talking 650 milliliters at one time after already peeing 100 to 300. It's been hell. And before that, I've had delayed urination for years, since the prolapses started. So today they went in to loosen it, and when she went in, she discovered that the mesh that they used for the sling, my tissue hadn't formed over it. It was sticking out in one place, and it was blocking the sling in my urethra. She had to remove that from my skin or whatever, and remove the sling from it, because it was like attached to it or something like that. Well, I only spoke with the surgeon really, really briefly, and it was because one of her residents had called me post-op, and while that resident was on the phone, my surgeon just happened to be walking by, and she grabbed the phone and she really quickly, because she was going to another surgery, just told me like really quickly. And I was like, oh shit. As soon as I woke up from that, I felt immediately better again, which is how I felt on the first surgery, but for different reasons. With the uterus gone, I didn't realize, I had no idea that was part of what was making my body sick, independent of the prolapses and the intestinal stuff. I had adenomyosis, which wasn't an issue once you're menopausal, and I had 3 years menopausal at the point. So when I had my surgery, I was like just about 1 year originally. So it didn't affect the other, but it affected me. I should have had my uterus taken out, or I could have, years and years ago. But I just didn't have any idea. So that as soon as I had that out, I felt instantly better, and I said, I don't feel sick, and I was surprised. And then I found out later, after the pathology report came back, that was the issue. They thought that also maybe it was endometriosis, which would have made so much sense. Both of them made sense for my symptoms for my lifetime. So today I felt a similar way, because I didn't know that it was the mesh thing. And then as soon as I found that out, it completely explained the low-grade infections I've had literally since in the hospital post-op. They couldn't figure out where it was coming from, and low grade, so they kind of poo-pooed it, and UTIs all the way through for almost 10 weeks. It made sense, and I feel much better, and now I pee like a champ. It's the best feeling ever. I pee like all of you who don't have problems. It feels so great. It's just, I'm so happy. I'm happy. I was anesthesia. I was going to say anesthesiology. Anesthesia fucks me all up. I get sick, really sick from it, and I was super loopy because they had me under general, and I really don't think I needed quite that much, but because I can be out with IV sedation, and that's what they were originally going to do, but then they weren't sure what they might find, so they just said, I told them I aspirate. I've aspirated twice under general anesthesia. And they were like, well, we're going to give it to you because you're going to probably need to be intubated. So we're going to do it now. I was like, okay. I was loopy most of the day and very, very ill it just gets me mad nauseous. But now at like 10 p.m., like almost 12 hours after discharge, I'm feeling much better. I'm excited to go to bed. Here's the other thing. I was like, had this insane bleeding. So usually when you have some kind of pelvic floor surgery, when you wake up, you have these on, the hospital mesh boy shorts, which are actually the best things ever, and a pad. I didn't have anything. So I went to go to the bathroom because I have to pee and do over 100 milliliters to be sent home without a catheter, right? That's called a void trial. So I waited till I had to pee, or thought I did, and I walked across the hall, and the nurse came with me, and as soon as I got to the bathroom, thank God, and I only have those yellow slipper socks on that they give you, right? And the gowns. I thought, oh, I'm peeing right now, and I lifted up my gowns, and it was blood just going down my leg. It was literally like a crime scene. I was like, what the fuck? And then I sat down, and you have to do it in a hat, which is this little plastic thing that you stick in the toilet, and you put the lid over it, and it has a circle, and then it has the measurements, right? So you just pee or poop in that. And I didn't pee, but it was like this big of blood, not liquid, like jelly, and all these clots and stuff. And I was like, that can't be good. And she said, well, it's not totally abnormal. I'll check with your surgeon, with your doctor. And she was like, we're just going to keep an eye on it. But it only happened the first time I had stood up. And then after that, I am still bleeding, and it's like a heavy-ish medium period. And it's a little bit lighter now, at the end of the day. Doesn't hurt. I do have a little bit of soreness, and sitting upright does put pressure on there. And I have now 4 more weeks added to recovery. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm supposed to walk as much as I can. I was able to shower when I came home, thank God, because hello, crime scene. Yes, but overall, I feel good and joyful. And it's such a nice feeling. Like, I'm going to be able to take walks. I'm going to be able to go sit in the park. I'm not have to, only be able to sit for 5 minutes and then feel all fucked up in my bladder and have to walk all the way a mile home because I have to use the bathroom. Now I'll be able to just chill like you guys all do. I won't be ruled literally by my bladder, hopefully. Right? There's a chance I could have incontinence, but I haven't had it yet. And I don't know. That will be a whole other thing if that happens, of what to do to have to deal with it, which would be a pessary again, which we already know gives me BV and yeast chronically, because my body does not like foreign objects like that, and it's especially nothing silicone or anything like plastic. No, nothing like that. Yeah. So, but that's not my reality, and I don't know if it's going to be. So that is my update.